you're open to receiving this meditation and participating with me, please consent and open your heart to receive. Thank you. American. Welcome, Sarah R. No, I am not drunk. Because I am meditating. Welcome, Brianna. 67. It just helped me focus on seeing the energy with my mental eye rather than my physical eye. Honestly, I do not know about the trend with 67. I have my own personal experience with it, but it's an angel number, that's all I know. But everybody has their own meaning for it. Yeah, just getting the chi to start flowing. If you hear noises in the background, that's just a raccoon. He's outside of my tent right here. I'm going to chant a couple mantras to open up certain chakras that I feel are blocked or just need to be open. Starting with the crown chakra. Vrum, vrum, vrum. Lum, lum, lum. Okay. One moment. Please let go of all fear. Remember, there is no enemy, there is only unintegrated energy. And what you fear is what you get more of. Oh, yes, I am out in nature. Well, I can't really help if it's scary or not. I can't help with that. Only the lack of understanding, but I can understand. Misunderstandings. Let's try the green ray. Green. And it is almost Halloween, so people like to get scared for fun. And if I have caused any fear within you, I apologize. Well, thank you. I do have my crystal skull, but that's only for aesthetic purposes and because I thought it was cool last year when I bought it. It's made out of labradorite. It's like protection or protective crystal. I follow the moon cycle, but I don't really follow probably the same. What I mean with the moon cycle, I just see it as a wave going up and down. So like when the moon is completely shining, it's like electric, and when it's a new moon, it's more of a magnetic. Even though they say when it's a full moon, it's like the tides, but I experience it a little bit different. Or it's more like when the moon is fully out, the subconscious mind is more illuminated. So it's a lot easier to you get like a whole bunch of energy that allows you to like dance around and move and stuff. But I probably I had to clear my mind first because I kind of just really want to focus on meditating because I have spoken about this like a lot. Rum. So I follow. Om is a powerful vibration. When I say it, I visualize the top of my head, like the very top of like my brain, and between like the skull and my brain, feel that vibrating, like a wave just vibrating like this. Om. Shum. Shum. So I need to give credit to my teacher who have taught me like the proper way to pronounce it. I learned this from my teacher. You can find him on YouTube. I said it before. His name is Ernest. appreciate it. Just growing. Oh, my foot. My foot definitely went to sleep. I'm currently inside of a ice fishing tent. If you just see me moving around, it's like follow the flow of least resistance. So on. Father, Mother, the light. Yes, it's the temperature has gotten a little bit chillier, but I have a little propane heater right here. Propane, and this is keeping it warm. Occasionally, I have to open up the side of my tent so there won't be too much carbon monoxide coming inside. So just open it up, let some of the air out. I primarily want to focus on letting go tension, like within the body, like the jaw, the eyelids, the ears, the forehead, the shoulders, the back, the hips, the arms, shoulder blades, the tongue. Just allowing all of those to melt away. And then moving back to the center of the head and moving upwards, backing up. Almost like a tree, the root chakra slowly receiving energy, and it flows up like a vortex spiraling upwards until it reaches the branches of the tree, which is the third eye in the crown, and opens up. Imagine it's just like a tree with a large flower up on top. And when thoughts come by, instead of like resisting the thoughts, you allow the thoughts to blow through the branches of our mind without holding onto it. To just sway. and sometimes the thoughts or consciousness vibrations of others, you may feel it like a pressure. And instead of like being 100% firm against it, what I like to call it is flexible focus. The type of focus where you can stay focused, but if something happens, it doesn't disrupt your focus. It just, you move around it. Literally like water, like as Bruce Lee say. So it comes like a thought, it could be negative, and instead of just having a rigid shield up, it's like a shield, but it bends and moves around the thought and allows it to pass through without holding on to it. I call it flexible focus. Paired with protective focus. And I see in the center of the tree a violet flame burning, purifying and transmuting all discordant energies into light. And if you allow yourself to become really, really relaxed, you'll begin to see morphing, changing colors behind your eyelids, or you may feel something. You don't have to though. I'm visualizing and seeing large roots growing down from the base of the root chakra, exiting from the base of the feet into the earth. Clarity stands to my right. Compassion stands to my left. Protection stands behind me. Wisdom and knowledge stands in front of me. The earth holds me up from below, and Source Creator graces me from above. I am one with all and unified with all. There is no enemies. There are only unintegrated energy. The Christ mindset guides my words, thoughts, and actions. I am light. I figure out where I put my headphones at. Kinda. Not really. Turn off Bluetooth. I was, but then I realized that I still need a certain level of protein, but I don't eat it every single day. I pick a certain day and then I give thanks to the fish. I give thanks to whatever the animal that I'm eating. I give thanks to it. And then because what we eat, we take part of it. I prefer to eat lighter meat, which is either fish or chicken. Because mainly, well, this is my own belief or perception of when I eat certain things is when eating like fish, you take on any stress that the animal had. So it's best to eat something that's organic, that didn't suffer as much, and that goes emotionally suffer or because when you eat like something like pig or cow, especially like pigs, they go through a lot of emotional suffering because animals they're mostly pure this emotion, this pure energy emotion. That's how they communicate with each other. This straight off based off emotion rather than intellectual. So when we eat them, they they have a lot of emotional energy. And had if the animal was already in a state it knows that it's going to die eventually and the animal's in deep depression, if we eat that, then we take on that. And then out of nowhere, our heart be racing or be like, what I feel um, like, like my energy is dropping so much is because certain things we eat. Now, if the animal was wild out in nature and you caught it and then you ate that animal, then the it won't be as bad, but you still get some karmic energy from it. That's why I rather prefer to eat fish. But if it was completely up to me, I wouldn't eat any meat at all. But I realized that me cold turkeying it like I used to, like I used to just stop eating meat for months at a time, but then I ended up getting sick because I wasn't replacing the important, what was important. But once I get into a stable, I would like to cut down even more. It's like you gotta really pace it because if you don't, you end up. Well, this is what I did. Um, since I didn't, I went like months without eating meat, and then I ended up binging, and then I went months again without it, and then binging, and it went down. The, the main word of advice I can give is this is also what my teacher told me. He said, "Don't mix bread and meat together if you're going to eat bread with vegetables. And if you can eat meat with vegetables, but don't mix bread and meat. The bread decomposes first, and then the meat goes in second, and then the stomach could be like, oh, well, time to release. But I don't know, but it feels better. It definitely does feel. It feels like you can reach a higher vibration. But I guess the meat gives your body like it's the meat is really good for your physical body, but it's horrible for your spiritual body. I will say. That's in my own personal opinion. That's why I like to eat very little small amounts of it. Because it gives a level of firmness to your body. Because I found when I completely cold turkey it is like that muscle mass part of me, it starts to lose it because unless you find a good replacement for it. That's all I can say. But this is what's working for me, and because in my practice, he said you have to eat meat. You can't just. Well, that's in the practice what I'm doing. He said I have to eat it. So I was like, okay, I gotta be. If I want to, if I want the system to work out for me, I would have to follow all the rules in the system to achieve the goal. So that is what I'm doing. I can't modify it, but we all have our own personal reasons. And how one thing I have learned is you're not good. It's not good or bad to eat it. It's just it's a journey. It's a pathway. As long as you're being grateful for what you have, grateful for the meat, then it's okay. But eventually, when we get into like a fifth dimensional society mindset, that will be less needed. Because eventually it goes from us eating meat, then us all eating just vegetables, and then we're just eating, uh, well, living off light. But before that, we had to go to like the vegetarian. Vegetarian. The reason why I think that is good is because of the plant. When a plant grows, it grows with joy and happiness. So when you eat it, that DNA that you get from the plant, it's only joy and happiness. But with animals, they experience a whole variety of emotions. So every emotion is recorded in their cell, and when you eat it, that emotion it unravels in your body. But when you eat plants, that's why when you eat plants, you feel like you're boosted because the plant only know positive emotions. It's only positive. It isn't it does experience it, but not to the extent where animals feel it, because the plant already lives off light. I absolutely agree with that. But like, I am in it's like a school for developing uh, extrasensory perceptions, and part of the curriculum is like a balance in nutrition. And I tried to do it my way, like just stay vegan, but I wasn't really getting any results. So, but it's all like part of the path. I believe in the future I'll be able to completely let it go once I get into like once I find the proper replacements, then I believe I can. Oh yeah, I understand. Because everyone's body is completely different, and sometimes the body will literally tell us, when to eat something and when not to eat it. You feel it. Like if you look at the food and you ask yourself, you can literally ask yourself beforehand, how will this make me feel if I eat it? And then just look at the food and then just imagine what will it feel like once you eat it. And if you feel like you're gonna get a lot more energy, then you grab it. But if you feel like you're gonna go like your energy drop, then don't touch it because your heart can tell it. Your heart literally knows what's gonna happen before it happens. So all you do is listen to your heart and just ask it, what's gonna happen? Just what are the outcomes if I do this or this? Almost like a pendulum, but your heart can do it, and your heart will either go like this or it will go like this. So you just ask, hey, heart, or you can ask your solar plexus or your stomach, what are the effects if I eat this? And you get like a flash of the effect for a brief moment. You'll feel it. What will happen? You also do that when you're shopping in a store. You can take like one like your whatever hand that you really receive energy, and imagine like if you're in the aisle and you're looking for like really healthy bread or something, and you just place your hand on it and you say which one is the most beneficial for me, and you can feel like the energy of the earth or the energy from the plants. You can feel like if it's really refined, that natural energy that you feel from plants won't be in it. But if it still has the energy of the earth, just how like I feel this crystal and you feel the energy flows down into your arm, it's the same thing with certain food. When you grab it, you'll feel the energy, it flows down and enters into your heart. So let me see. You said there are breatharians out here that did not eat at all. Oh yeah, I seen one of them on an interview. He said, "Facts. My body is craving fruit and vegetables at this time. I need to get more fruit. Honestly, I've been eating kind of heavy. I usually do that when it gets colder outside. I said sometimes it feels like the raccoon is telling me what to eat. The raccoon's out there. I sometimes leave some food out there for him, but sometimes he come in here and eat all my food. So, but he knows I'm here right now, so he's not gonna come in here. Okay, time for a new color. We're gonna go Red Ray with Archangel Uriel, Root Chakra, Red Ray. I don't really use red that much. I will use it today. Red Ray, Archangel Uriel. May I please have your assistance? I know that some of the animals be getting pretty hungry out here. I'll probably leave some apples out for them. Something very interesting whenever I get like really close to some of the animals, or if I'm sitting in my tent and meditating, you can feel their, I don't know what to call it, their extra senses, but it feels like it's way more developed than mine, but you can feel it, especially like the nocturnal animals. You can, if you really relax, or if I really relax, it's almost like you're scanning, or I am scanning. You can feel, I can feel, I can feel their consciousness. Especially the like mice, or I don't know what to call them, groundhogs. I don't think they're groundhogs, but they're not beavers either. Oh, prairie dogs. That's what they call them. Because my tent is located like right next to the water, so there's a lot of little holes in the ground where they come up out and skirmish around in the middle of the night. Skirmishing around. Let's see, what time is it? Oh yeah, it's only 10. It's only 10:27. It's not too bad. I do have to get up early though. Shoot. By handy on it. This one here is Tiger's Eye Crystal. Very, very relaxing crystal. I also been very grateful for the copper. Recently, I've been got this copper bracelet and some copper rings, and I can really feel like when I put the copper on, I can feel the energy. It's like constant stream, like it's constantly streaming out. But that's because copper is very conductive electrically. Okay. I know this was like a very short stream. I did record a pre-recorded meditation, so I'll post that later on. But it's now time for me to get ready to cook dinner, disconnect from the internet, and get ready to go to bed because I had to wake up early in the morning. I have a lot of things to do this week. It's gonna be a very, very busy week. But I want to give my deepest gratitude and thanks for everyone for their support and visiting me tonight. Thank you for the likes and your presence. It's seen and felt. Namaste.